The G-Wade Podcast with Deacon Dirty.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy G-Wade holding it down. G-Wade Podcast, kicking it alongside with my man Deacon Dirty. And as y'all can see, we got a special guest in the building. We're on Zoom. My man Deitrick Haddon. What's up, bro? D Haddon.
What up, G-Wade? What up, man? Deacon Dirty in the building.
I'm good, boss.
That's what's up. What's going on with you, bro?
Everything and nothing at the same time, man.
So trying to survive these Corona streets, right?
Big time, especially here in California, man. They're trying to lift it, though, a little bit, but we've been on lockdown.
Everything's on lockdown. Is Hollywood still on lockdown?
Yeah, it's been on lockdown. They're lifting it, though. I think everything started to lift, like, yesterday.
Really?
So, but I don't know if that's smart, though, because this COVID ain't went nowhere. It ain't just magically disappear. It's still out there, man.
Exactly. Like, how can it vanish into thin air? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, man. Well, in our minds, we want to think that it's gone. But while we're doing that, people are dying. Over 400,000 people have died. And they're saying it's going to double. So I don't know how wise that is, man. But hey, everybody want to get back, to whatever, man. I'm trying to live to see another day.
Amen.
That's me.
You think it's a population control? You know what I'm saying?
Ooh. That's what they're saying, man. I think I seen something where what Bill Gates was saying something crazy like that. Like he gonna try to depopulate. How you gonna do that? And who gives you the power
to
do that?
Power. Exactly.
That's the devil, man. That's the devil.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. Well, we actually interviewed you some years back. I think it was about 2011 when we was at the radio station.
Oh wow!
You called in. It was a minute ago, yeah. And we chopped it up. In fact, I think this is when you was on. You just released Church on the Moon.
Oh yeah, 2011. Yeah, that was a rough year, man. Rough year for me, man. I went through a whole lot back then.
That was kind of like a transitional period.
I would say so. I would say my life changed drastically back then, man. I moved to a whole nother state. Got a whole new life, wife,
right.
Children came on the scene. It was a big season for me, man. And I was able to see who was really for me and who was really against me, who was really ride or down with me and who was not, So anytime you go through seasons like that, it's good for you. Like 2020, it was a tough season for all of us, but we were able to see like who's who and what's what, like who's rocking with us, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And who's not, So 2020 did us a solid, just like 2011 did me a solid,
So I'd say it turned out to be a good thing.
Oh, it's all good.
That's when it was I guess you could say crowd population control for you, because you got to see who your real friends were.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You see the ones that's like holding you down when you see the folks that's kind of taking away their endorsement and their support from you and their love from you, and the ones that's gravitating to you in the middle of the storm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it wasn't a whole lot of folks gravitating to me. Now they are. Back then you didn't want me.
Yeah. Now I'm hot.
And that teaches us, man, how tides turn.
Absolutely.
Like nothing stays the same forever. Seasons change.
Yeah.
And so I would encourage people that are watching right now, you may be going through a tough season, that it's going to change. It ain't going to last like that forever. Like this pandemic. Even though it feels like we in the middle of this thing, it ain't never going nowhere.
Yeah.
It's going to pass. It's all been designed to just pass us by,
Trouble don't last always.
That's what grandma used to say back in the day. Ain't gonna last always.
You also had just released or get ready to release the film Blessed and Cursed, I think it was.
Yeah.
I watched that. I enjoyed that.
Thanks, bro. It was an underground success.
Yeah.
By then, I'm saying like we went straight to DVD. We didn't go to the movie theaters with that one.
Right.
But we made a lot of money with it because we didn't spend a lot of money to make it. So.
Okay.
And actually, man, I just did Blessed and Cursed 2. It's getting ready to be launched this summer. So I'm excited about this, like a little 10-year gap between, but the story is so relevant to what's happening right now. We said, let's go ahead and just do it and gather that base that love that movie.
Right. And
just take them to the next level and keep going from there,
Did y'all shoot in LA? Or in Detroit or LA? Okay.
Right here in LA. Yep.
Yeah. And around that time, also around that time, you was doing Preachers of LA. That came out as well. That's when that's when you found out more who your friends were.
that's when they all became my friends.
Oh, is that when they became? Okay.
Oh, they became friends again because I was able to tell my story and relate to everybody. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, we all got our storms and tests and trials. And so there's no reason for you to be on the judgment seat looking at somebody when they're going through. Yeah. Nowadays, when I see somebody going through a tough season or their headline news today about something they did, all I say is I'm praying for them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I'm not going to come to conclusions on them based on a season that they're in.
Exactly.
And if we all keep living, we're going to have those seasons. You can't expect to live 80, 90 years on the planet and not make mistakes or make bad decisions. Even good people make bad decisions. It's natural, you know. Exactly. But church folk is like, oh Lord, oh, you know, he's a hypocrite. He didn't. No, I ain't no hypocrite. I'm human. I had a moment. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna have one too. So just chill.
Say sit tight. You know what I'm saying?
Sit tight. It's coming.
It's coming. A Beautiful Soul was another project you had that came out around that shortly after.
Yeah, man. We went to theaters with that one. So we went to the next level, went to AMC theaters. That did well, we did it made for TV, for TV One. Yeah. And then after that, that's when I segued into television. We did Preachers of LA and Fix My Choir and things right after A Beautiful Soul.
Fix My Choir. Yeah.
But I'm back on track with making the movies, and we got something in the works for television again, you know. And so I'm excited about
our own network.
Yeah, we got something going, man. We got. Who told you that? Who told you?
I do a little bit of homework. You know what I'm saying? I make a few phone calls. You know what I'm saying?
We got something working, man, that I think is gonna pop off around this summer or early fall. So we'll see. I'll make the big announcement. I'll make sure I let y'all know. You called
it. That's what's up. Now, so you know, you wear a few different hats. You know, you're an artist, producer, a TV star, film star. Which hat do you like wearing the most?
Man, I love it all, man, because all of it is in the context of who I am. You know, I'm an entertainer and I'm a gospel preacher and singer, all of that. So I love the entertainment. I love writing the music. I love producing the music. I love performing the music. I love preaching the gospel, helping people, loving people, empowering people. So that's all that is who I am. So I love it all. I don't think it's one that I choose over the other. Okay. But if I had to choose one over everything, I love being a father, man, more than anything.
That's what's up.
And that gives me so much purpose every day to see how my kids are developing. And, you know, you're able to live your life over again, you know, relive your childhood days through your children, you know, and it's amazing, man. They're in kindergarten and first grade and third grade. And it's just, I'm having a joy just, you know, especially during this quarantine time, you know, this pandemic last year and all that, you know, I was able to really like lock in on my kids and see what's going on with each one of them, like how you need to develop here. You need to be better. Be a good sportsman. Stop being so mad at your sister. Be jealous. You know, I was able to get in there and, you know, teach them. So I love all that, man.
So is I guess y'all doing, is it the virtual learning there too?
No, actually, man, we did 1 week of that and it just wasn't good because my kids were distracted, tearing up the house. They wasn't in school. They were at home and they looked at the screen when they felt like it. And then they kept going. I was like, hold on, you got to sit here and listen. And the teachers were having a hard time too because they had students in the class and on the computer. So it's hard to juggle the two when you got, these are kindergarten kids. These are first graders. So that was rough on the teachers, and they don't pay them enough for that.
Yeah, true that. And how's how we talk about Corona? How has it affected your industry? You know, and what you do. I mean, I think I heard you were right when they hit. You were on tour and had to get sent.
Oh yeah.
Basically, the tour had to end right there at that moment.
My record came out March 10th, I believe. The street date was March 10th. I had a 6-week tour. I was on the tour. I think I was on the first week of the tour. I had hit New York, Chicago, Detroit, and Atlanta in 1 week. That's how strenuous the schedule was. Yeah. And when I got to Atlanta, that's when all the mess hit the fan. You know what I'm saying? I think they canceled the Atlanta game with the Hawks.
Yeah.
And that's what made everybody be like, oh, they canceling an NBA game?
Real, yeah.
Right. They called me like, you going home, man. We canceling this tour because we don't want you to get sick on us. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh yeah, let me call my family, make sure everybody's straight. Because it was almost like apocalyptic. It felt like everybody needed to check on everybody. Like this thing, it's about to go down.
But now you got to figure out how to get back to LA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hopped on the first thing smoking, man, back home to LA, and been in LA ever since March of 2020. I hadn't been on a tour, hadn't done any live performances. So you talk about how it affected our industry. It's affected everybody in the industry. Every gospel singer, not gospel, R&B singer, pop singer, nobody's doing live shows. Yeah. And so so it's affected us, you know, because that's where the bulk of that's where a big chunk
the bread come from,
of your money come in when you do them shows. It's coming a little quicker than the waiting on the residual checks to come through. You know, and this and you know, and good for if people had multiple streams of income, that's a blessing. So it teaches us you got to make sure you have money flow happening every which way, not just one way. Right. You know, and so beautiful thing is I had all the kind of stuff going on, so I'm straight. But I'm thinking about all the other artists who don't have all this stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? And so I've been concerned about them, praying for them, and, you know, reaching out to people the best I could. Yeah. But, you know, because we in this together at the end of the day, you know. Absolutely. So, but we making it.
Amen. And for a gospel artist, man, I mean, you know, I'm not going to say that I know all about the gospel music industry or all that good stuff, but I know the money is kind of scarce to begin with. So you busting your behind to get it popping. You know, like on the secular side, you know, like everybody can kind of be the star, but on the gospel side, you got it's kind of hand selected, or I don't know how it's chiseled out, you know what I'm saying? And so if you ain't a Deitrick Haddon, it can get rough for you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it can get rough for the stars too. You know, it's rough for everybody, man. Yeah. I don't think nobody's, you know, we've seen a significant dip when it comes to that money coming in. You know, I don't care who they are, how big they are, whether Yolanda Adams or Kirk, whoever it is, you got a dip in your money. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, I mean, you know, this is where brotherhood and sisterhood, family comes into play. This is where the gospel really comes into play. Are we really in this together? Are we really about loving our neighbor? Are we really about taking care of each other and thinking about each other? You know what I'm saying? This is the truth. The truth is being told right now. And we're finding a lot of people are imposters, man. They're selfish, they're self-centered. And this, like I said, 2020 has done us a solid, you know?
Say again, you know, with a real Slim Shady, please stand up. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
Yo, open door season, bruh. I likes that.
Thanks, man.
That's a high
I was sitting at home. I couldn't promote it because that was on my album. Yeah. So I was sitting at home, man, with a song out there on radio, and it went to #1 with me doing nothing. I'm sitting at home right here talking on Zooms. And I look up. Oh, open door season go to #1 for 4 weeks on the Billboard charts. Like, come on, Jesus. You know, the record went to #2. It was a good season, man. Then I did a song that I wrote looking at the George Floyd situation. I just randomly wrote the song, sitting here watching it and being, you know, pissed off about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Instead of me just fussing at everybody in my house about and fussing at the TV and fussing at the, you know, I said, let me just sing about it. Wrote that song, man. I looked up, man, the next week, Whoopi Goldberg was playing a video on her show.
Wow.
On The View.
Oh man,
a week and a half later from me just writing the song. I mean, just sitting down and saying, I'm singing the song. I said, let me record this song and have my video guy record me in the studio. Okay. So the video is just me recording it real time singing.
Okay.
On the piano, whatever. So it was a quick little video visual for it. The next week, man, she seen it. She said, I'm gonna open the show. I'm gonna open The View with this song, I Can't Breathe. Wow. And I was like, come on, Lord, that's the kind of season we in. Come on, 2020.
and that goes also to show you not just the power of music, but how the industry has changed. Because you can go straight from artist to consumer versus having to go through the machine. You did the song, and a week later, the people had it. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what revealed to me, like, Deitrick, you gotta take ownership of your music. I made a lot of gospel record executives.
Got a lot of projects out, bro.
I made millions of dollars and built homes off my music.
Wow.
Their families are fed from me. I've been signed to a record label since I started in the business, and that's been like almost 30, some years.
Still with? Is it Ty Scott?
No, I decided to my own label.
Okay.
And this song that I got coming out is on my own label, Black on Black Entertainment.
Okay.
Ty Scott is our distributor through Warner Brothers.
Gotcha.
And we rolling from here. It's all complete ownership. I own my masters. Publishing all of it. You know what I'm saying? So from this point on, it's, that's why I need everybody to support anything I put out from this point on. I need you, man. Come on. I need y'all support.
I feel you. Sins of the Father, man. That was a dope joint, man. How'd you land that role?
A good friend of mine, Keith Neal, called me from Swirl Films out there.
Swirl
in Atlanta.
Doing it big right now, bro.
Swirl, they going in, ain't they? That's my crew. That's my fam, man. Eric and Keith. They just called me out of the blue randomly, man. D, we need you to do this role. I said, send me the script. I read that script. I was like, are y'all crazy? I said, I'm a preacher. I'm a real preacher. You want to give me to play a preacher that's sleeping around with everybody in the church and burning up the church for insurance money? I said, y'all couldn't. They said, D, we can't. Nobody else would do it. I wouldn't ask you if I didn't think right. I know you would do it for us. It's acting. You're the only one bold enough to get out there and do it for us.
And you fit the role, bro. You played
it. Yeah, man. Well, my father, my biological father. Right. I just tapped into my biological father.
Okay. Now, is
my stepfather were both preachers.
Okay.
So I just pulled from them. I just turned into my biological father. Papa was a Rolling Stone, man.
Rolling Stone. Okay.
And just tapped into that little side of me. Yeah. And tapped into my stepfather's his persona with the robe on and all that stuff, how he does. And it was organic for me. So you asked me to play a preacher, something like that, I got you. I'm gonna kill that role because I know that, Other stuff I'll have to study and, take a month or so to really get into the character of that. But that was an easy one for me. So it was a good call. A lot of people watch that movie, man. I go out here, man, just random people, man, that you wouldn't think will seen the movie. They seen it. It's like, well, you're that guy from Sins of the Father, man. You played that role, man. You do that for real? I'm like, no. I got my wife, beautiful wife. I'm satisfied. I got 3 children. I'm building my church, building my thing. It's amazing how people don't know how to differentiate between the screen and reality.
Right.
Especially if you play a role really good. Like ever since we seen my man Mr. on Color Purple, Danny Glover, we always said, man, you are no good. I don't care what role you play, man.
Every time you see him, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I don't care what movie he's in. We see him as Mr.
Exactly. Now, did you study acting, man? Because you got the knack for it, man. It's like a natural thing. You know what I'm saying?
I did a lot of, man, when I was coming up. I didn't study acting, but I've always acted. It's been in little recitals in school, plays. Then I did the chitlin circuit, the gospel chitlin circuits. Mama this, mama don't throw mama from the train, all that stuff, man. And you learn a lot, man, with the crowd right in front of you, how to get an immediate response from a crowd. That's not easy. People who do theater, man, on stage, they got to be respected. They need to be commended.
Absolutely.
Because you got to hold that crowd's attention for a specific amount of time. That's not easy. So you got to know the beat, the rhythm, everything. So I just take that knowledge of that, dial it back, right? Because the camera, you don't have a crowd in front of you. You got to dial it back to this right here.
Yeah.
And if you can dial it back to that and still deliver that character, then you own it.
Yeah. Again, because of the pandemic, how has that affected your church? How has that? What do you think? How has that affected church in general? Are we under the new norm of the church now? Is Zoom the new church?
Absolutely. I think it's the wave of the future. I think we're able to upgrade, and we found out that there are more people online than actually going to physical church. On Easter Sunday last year, we had 100,000 people watching us at one time. Wow. In my church, I have a new church. We have, the most people we've had, maybe 500, but online, everybody's home watching. 100,000 people watching you. So I said, why do we have to go back to physical church? We stay right here. I can teach and preach right here to the masses, but people still need that personal touch, man. They need that family. They need the love. So it can never replace virtual can never replace physical presence of people in a room believing together for something. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's a beautiful thing, man. Our church has grown since this thing, man. Our church has quadrupled membership. The giving has been increased. I mean, it's really been good for us. We come on every Sunday at 11, every Thursday. Tonight we're on at 7, and people love it.
Okay, but is that virtual or is that physically in the building?
Virtual. No, we're not going to go back to physical, man, until I think the summer, man. I have a lot of seasoned members with pre-existing illnesses, and the part of your responsibility as a pastor or shepherd is to lead the sheep safely to their destination.
Yeah.
And so my goal is that we still have a church and people alive after the pandemic. So we're going to wait until this vaccine really set in, everybody vaccinated.
Well,
we see what's going on. I'm definitely not the first in line. I'm not first in line, dog. I seen something the other day, somebody's tongue hanging out their mouth.
Yeah, I saw that picture.
I said, I'm not taking no vaccine. I'm staying right in the house, man. But, maybe it has a different effect on different people, whatever. But, yeah, when I seen that, man, then I seen some lady shaking and everything. She could barely talk. She was shaking, uncontrollably. So, I don't know, man. I'm taking my time. I'll let whoever want to go first, go ahead and go first. And I'll be watching you closely to see how you're doing. If everybody all right, then maybe around the fall, I'm going to take it.
We talked a moment ago, you mentioned about multiple streams of income. I realized you pinned some things on Usher's project, or one of Usher's.
Yeah.
My
partner is Zaytoven out there in the ATL. Shout out to Zaytoven, one of the dope producers, Gucci Man, all that future. But Zaytoven is a church musician, man. He loves the Lord and plays his church every Sunday. But on Mondays, he gets some beats in for everybody.
Realize that.
Yeah, man. But he loves gospel music and he loves my music. He's been following me down through the years. So when we were able to connect, man, we just connected. We've been brothers ever since, man. Brothers from another mother. And any record I need, anything, you'll send me some stuff over. What you think about this? Write on this.
Okay.
And he was doing the Usher project. He was doing the Usher mixtape, Usher A record. Right? Yeah. So it's like, D, what you got for this? What you got for that? I just went to write, just tapping into my gift. Say what you want. Usher loved it. Went in there and sang it. Did a couple of other records with. It was a collaboration of other writers too in the room. So it was a beautiful thing, man. And was able to do that. And then after that, I wrote some other songs with Zay with a whole bunch of other artists. So hopefully those records will come out, whatever. But yeah, man, I love that. I love writing. All my songs since I started in the business, I was able to have a number one hit, a number one song on each record that I've ever done.
Yeah.
Since I started in the business back in the 90s.
You've had
hits, man. Hits, man, back in the day. And I wrote them all. And if I didn't write it all, if I didn't write 100% of it, I had a major part of it.
Yeah.
And so you realize how important and smart that was for me now. When you can't go and use, when those royalty checks come in, you're fine. You settle, you calm, you're good. So I want to motivate. I don't say that to boast. I want to tell writers, artists, don't just let other people write on your music, man. You better make sure you have a little piece in that. Hey, tell them leave a verse open. If I'm not gonna put it on my record unless I got a verse.
Yeah.
Because we learn from moments like this. I gotta have a check rolling in. I can't have all the money going to you, and it's on my record.
It's on your record. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Listen, anybody who write on my music, I gotta have a verse or a hook. Or a piece of it, a little piece. I don't have to take it all. I'm not going to take all your work, but if you want to be on my album, I understand the importance of having a royalty check come in for my family. I understand that. And I have only 10 slots on the record that I control. I control, so I can put all my songs on there, period, because it's my record.
Yeah. But
if you have a song that I love and you wrote 100% of it, I'm saying, okay, can you give me 10, 20%? You take the 80. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take all of it, but give me a little piece, man, because I love this song so much. I'm gonna put it on my album, but I need to check rolling over here too, bro.
Absolutely.
Oh, I can't do that. I wrote it all. I wrote all the whole song. You know what I'm saying? If you want my song, I ain't giving up no publishing. Okay, cool. Now let me get the other song. Put it on there.
Yeah.
You want to share? I'll share it, no problem. Let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I would tell writers, don't come in like that. When you, like for instance, like on the Usher record, we talk about the Usher record. I didn't mind getting a little piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? Not taking the whole pie. Put me in. Give me the percentage you're gonna get. Because if the record, we know Usher sells a lot of records.
You're gonna sell records, yeah.
Even if it's 5% on there, you getting the money. It's well over the gospel royalties that you get. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna go in there. I ain't going in there tripping like I'm Deitrick Haddon, man. Y'all move out the way, man. Y'all know my track record. I wrote all these songs. I can write the whole record. Yes, I can write the whole record. But are you a team player? Are you about, making steps and strides in that world? You got to be smart. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And would you encourage other gospel artists to do the same thing? Like, because I gotta imagine that the church is giving you backlash when they're hearing that you're writing on secular projects, or even I heard you singing the joint, the love song, the R&B joint to the married. Yeah, man. That's a hot joint, bro.
That's my song.
That joint is hot, bro.
I play that every Christmas Eve.
The church has
that's in every rotation every Christmas Eve in my house.
Yeah. What was the backlash? Did you get any?
Well, it didn't come to me. If they were talking among themselves. Because you're not gonna come tell me that you ain't making love after you get done preaching and prophesying and having church. Right. You can sell that to somebody else, but you can't sell it to me. So they wouldn't dare come and talk to me about it. I'm gonna say, you're a hypocrite. Get out of my face. When you're ready to have a real conversation, we can have it. And then, but when you ready to make love, you playing all this other music. You know what I'm saying? You playing Genuine, phone it. Yeah. You playing all of it. So now I make love too. So I can't write a song that works for me. I'm a songwriter. I'm a singer. I want to hear my own song, my own love song. I want my woman to hear my own love song. Yeah. So, and the truth is,
serenaded by you.
Yes. I'm not gonna play an Usher record when I can sing it too. I mean, you can have Usher in rotation, but I'm gonna slide my song right in the midst of that while we doing what we doing.
Exactly.
And church folk, man, got to stop playing these games. And that's the reason why we've lost so many people from the gospel, man, from the church. We're not keeping it all the way.
Yeah.
You got to keep it all the way. People can handle it, man. They know you're human. They know they got you. They know you got the same feelings they have. Keep it all the way. That's the way we're gonna stop this. People leaving the church. Because people leaving the church because they already know they can read right through you. Right through so you might as well keep it all the way 100. Let them know what's up. You want to, go to my church. This is what I do. I write songs for Usher.
Yeah.
If the opportunity presents itself, I'm gonna use my gift to write, whether you like it or not. I'm not telling you can't work in the marketplace or at a bank because it's not churchy and it's not religious, or work or do whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Because it's not Jesus all over it, plastered on the building.
Yeah, yeah.
You do what it takes to feed your family. That's your gift. Songwriting is my gift.
Yeah.
So you don't ask me not to, use my gift to feed my family.
Yeah. Now, would you equate that, thinking of that, like writing for Usher and other artists? Where the Bible is talking about forgive me if I don't get the story totally correct, but it's like the master or the owner has a servant who's kind of messing up a little bit, and he's getting ready to fire him. So the servant knows that the master owes some money, so he goes out and makes friends with the people who owe the master money. So he says, listen, write up the bill for this amount and cut it in half. Whatever you owe him, cut that amount in half. And he did that to all the people who owed his boss. And so that when he went back to the boss and said, yo, I brought back, your monies.
Right.
The boss was like, great job. You did well. It was well done. Is that the kind of equivalent to like making friends with the world, so to speak? You know what I mean? Like when you're writing for other artists and, doing the things outside the church.
Well, I don't see it. I don't see it as making friends with the world. I see it as you just
and I don't mean it in a negative way. Yeah.
Oh no, I get it. I see it as you doing what the Word of God tells you to do. Be fruitful and multiply. And we use that scripture when it's talking about having babies, whatever. Okay. But that's talking about doing business. It's talking about being fruitful. What I've given you, what I put in your hands, is your job to double it, to multiply.
Right. Yeah.
So whether it's making babies, whether it's doing business, whether it's figuring out how to maximize, that's what that scripture is teaching you. So being fruitful and multiplying is what he's called. It's one of our first commands. And a lot of people, church people, they miss it. And that's why you got a lot of folks going to church, but they broke. They can't pay their bills. Lord, I'm trying to make it. Lord, I need a miracle today. No, he said, I've given you the gift. You don't need a miracle. Use your talent. Go multiply it. The Bible said your gift will make room for you. Absolutely. Put an S on that word, room. It's rooms. It will build a house, give you, a place to live, food on your table. It will bring you before great men. So we have to learn how to operate in our gifts and be fruitful and multiply. And you can't judge people, say, I ain't gonna deal with you because you find a way on how you can do business with them. Yeah. Now, you don't want to line yourself up with anybody. I'm not, you got to use wisdom on what you're doing. Absolutely. But if it's something that it can work, you can figure out how to make it work, be fruitful and multiply. Yeah.
Now, since you've been quarantined, have you been watching the versus battles?
Oh yeah.
What are some of your favorites?
My favorite versus battle was the Teddy Riley and Babyface because we couldn't hear nothing Teddy was doing.
Right. He was jamming though.
I'm a Teddy Riley guy fan.
Absolutely.
Back in the day, I'm a huge guy fan, so he can't do no wrong. Even though I couldn't hear him, Teddy Riley is my dude. Period. But that was entertaining at first. So that's all. But all of them, man. Let me see what the other one that I really liked. I like the Jeezy and Gucci man. I like that. Yeah. That was raw. That was two men. You know what I'm saying? Like figuring it out, moving beyond. You know what I'm saying? That was big. Yeah. My boy Zaytoven was there. He did all the music for Gucci Man. So I was praying for him. Like I was texting him, dude, if it go down, you better duck. Right there in the middle of that, Zaytoven. He said, praying hands. Right. I said, all right, we got you covered. That's what's up. But it was
I'm
wonderful.
Feeling his thunder, but like, would you consider doing a versus?
No, you do it.
I don't think they would consider doing the verses with me.
Who would you if you were to do one? A versus?
I'd go toe to toe with anybody, man. I got 30 years of
you a beast. I know that. You know what I'm
saying? they don't want to. I'm down. To me, it's for gospel. It's not a competition. It's just sharing, the work, the body of work that you've done. But a lot of guys don't. They see it as a competition. I don't know, man. I really don't know. So but I got the records for days. I got
the probably have to go R&B and gospel on you, man.
Yeah, I got it. I'll play. You play yours. I play mine. We see what's up. Yeah. And I don't think, but a lot of gospel acts hadn't done it. I mean, the only one that I seen was Kirk and Fred. And whatever. But that. Now I do one. Hey, I'm calling Ty Tribbett. Let's go, Ty Tribbett. Let's go.
Good call, bro.
Let's go, Jay Moss.
Excellent call, bro.
let's go. We contemporary gospel artists. We in a whole different vein. Canton Jones, Canton in the ATL. You know what I'm saying? We can go head toe to toe. What's up?
I can see that. You've always been progressive in this industry, man. You've always been. I'm stealing from Tone's album, Out the Box, bro. You've always been this is gospel. And here go Deitrick Haddon right here, right alongside. You know what I'm saying? Like you just have not been the traditional dude, bro. Like, how have you been able to navigate in this traditional, in the sense of this traditional world, you know what I mean, of gospel?
I would tell people, man, I'm wealthy in relationships more than money. I've built great relationships over the years since I started in the business. I have friends, Right. My bad. Somebody called me. My bad. But I have friends, man, and that has kept me alive for years in the business. So even when I don't have the hottest record at the time, I'm still hot. You know why? Because my friends in the business, they got me covered. You see what I'm saying? I may not be the guy right now at the very top, but I'm always there. And I believe in riding the wave. You know what I'm saying? Because tides turn. So I'll go through a season where I'm the guy. Then you dip down because somebody else got to have an opportunity. You see what I'm saying? But outside of that, to answer your question is, people know when they hear my music, they're going to get an authentic perspective of who Deitrick is. And I think that's why people still connect with me and they won't let me go nowhere.
Yeah.
Because no matter what type of hit it is, whether it's a Love Him Like I Do, whether it's a He's Able, whether it's an Open Door Season, those are all different types of songs. Sinner's Prayer.
Well done.
Well Done. Those are Sinner's Prayer is much different than Well Done.
Yeah.
Well Done is much different than God Is Good or Love Him Like I Do. All different types of sounds and approach to gospel music.
Yeah.
But the common denominator is, you're gonna get my passion, and Deitrick won't sing it unless he feels it.
Sing it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
you know what's crazy? You got a fan out of my father because of Well Done. We were riding in the car one day. Song came on, and he's like, "Man, who sings that song? I Just Want to Make It to Heaven." I said, "You mean Well Done?" I said, "Exactly." He said, "I like that song, man."
that song became the standard in homegoing services for some reason.
True that.
Everybody played every homegoing service. I didn't write it for that though. But I think that the lyrical content is, I just want to make it to heaven. Well done. You can come on in. It's a perfect song for that. So I'm cool. I'm cool with that. That song, I think it reached #2 on the chart. Should have went to #1. No telling who was at the top at the time. But, I have a lot of #2s, a lot of #1s, but I'm grateful for being around, still around, man, and it's all good. It's all good, man, and I ain't going nowhere. As long as I'm alive and well, I'm going to give you a song, and I'm going to stay in my lane. Like y'all, while y'all doing all this stuff that y'all doing, I respect that. I love it too, but don't tell me to change who I am.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't make me, I'm good. I've done it for quite some time. I ain't going to change. I'm always keeping 100. I'm always trying to find the progressive way to approach gospel music, how to take us further. Like, it's my job to be a pioneer, to push us further. Like, stop just singing it this way. Try it this way.
Who are you listening to now, though, that you like?
In gospel?
Yeah, like progressive like yourself.
That's a good question, man. All right, let me think. In gospel,
like myself, I like Christian Grey. I like Jordan Armstrong. Like
Jordan Armstrong is dope. He's the dope. He's one of the dopest, man.
Yeah, he's hot.
Christian Grey is dope too. Christian, y'all know Christian. But they kind of like, they're not doing contemporary gospel music the way they should be handling us. They kind of like going to this Christian praise and worship type sound on gospel radio, right?
Yeah.
And I don't like that when you do too much on that. You got to balance it out, because of different diversities of sounds in gospel music. There's a quartet, there's the choir, there's a contemporary edgy gospel music, like where I kind of hang out at, and then there's the praise and worship. So right now they're kind of heavy on praise and worship, but now I see it kind of fading out of that. People are like, okay, we ain't in church right now. So we want to hear the Deitrick's. What you got for us, Deitrick? We want to hear the Jordan Armstrongs. And then now it's shifting, and I'm giving them this brand new song called Sick World. We can't stand to lose nobody else. My brand new song on my label, Black Owned Black Entertainment, OWN, Black Owned Black Entertainment.
Okay.
And the song Sick World. And I wrote it, man, just looking at what's going on, man. I'm like, if we don't say something, we dying. And I put it in a song. I asked Zay to give me a record. He gave me the beat. I wrote to it, and people are going crazy over it, man. I sang it at the 2021 inaugural gospel celebration.
Yeah.
It's debuting on the world premiere on BET tomorrow. BET Soul, BET Jams, BET Gospel, BET.com should be there tomorrow. And the song is taking off faster than I thought. So I'm like, so we got another one coming. So y'all should, and that's the message everybody need to hear. I didn't write it to try to get on the charts. I didn't write it to say I'm making another hit song. No, it was organic. It's one of those moments where I got to talk. I got to say something. Right. You know what I'm saying? And God gave it to me. And when people hear it, they're like, oh yeah, play that record, Sick World.
That's what's up. Now, real talk about love. Are you still doing the podcast? You and the wifey?
Man, listen, I told her I'm not doing no podcast with you, because you make me look bad. You make me.
I checked out a couple of episodes.
But yeah, we're gonna get back at it. We're gonna get back at it. We just got to find the time to do it between the kids and everything. But she has a lot to say, man. She's really a smart, beautiful woman, I love her dearly, and she has a lot to contribute to, to connect with other young women out there. So we're going to get back at it again. Now, so maybe give it a couple of weeks, we'll get it out there.
That's how difficult or hard or it is to have like real honest conversations with her, because in the podcast most of the time you're just being authentically you. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
Is it easy to do that when you're sitting next to your wife, maybe talking about some things that may not be so easy to talk about?
Me and Dominique, we talk about everything. So a lot of that stuff is edited down where people can handle it.
Gotcha.
She's like my best friend, and we find ourselves talking about everything.
Right.
So it's very easy to do a podcast with her. Very easy. No telling what we're gonna say, what we're gonna do, what the conversation, what path is gonna go down. I mean, there's nothing off limits. And sometimes it's too much for everybody to palate, especially church folks. So we try to edit it down, But we just talked about it actually maybe a week ago that we're going to get back at it and get it out there because a lot of people want it. So yeah, we're coming back.
Okay. A couple more questions before we let you go. What was your thoughts about the Paula White prayer?
He's trying. I love Pastor Paula, man. I know Pastor Paula personally. I went to their church.
One of her churches, right?
Yeah, 25,000 members when Pastor Randy and her Without Walls in Tampa, Florida. Right. I was a youth pastor, then associate pastor. So I love her dearly. But when you ain't doing right, what can I say? When you praying for African angels, what can I think? You let your love for your friend Donald Trump take you just a little too far. But I respect your loyalty though. I respect your ride or die with your boy, because they were cool before he became president. Yeah. Well before that. When we were pastor back then, they're cool. Donald Trump may show up at the church. Okay. So that's what I respect. So it was tough for me, but I still, I'm in this fight. My skin is black at the end of the day. You loyal to your guy, I'm loyal to my people. So now you put me between a rock and a hard place because I love you as a person, but you're wrong. Yeah. And me as a friend, if you have Deitrick Haddon as a friend, when you're wrong, I'm going to tell you, period. I expect the same thing from my friends. All my friends, I got my friends from high school. Like they don't see me as Deitrick Haddon, whatever that is. I'm Dee to them, like D. When they call me D, you see what's going on over there, whatever, they don't treat me like that. And I can receive from them. When they tell me, man, why you don't have to do that? My friends that would tell me that. Like, why you have to do it that way? Pull back. Right, or this. And I tell them, no, I'm not pulling back, whatever. I have a real friendship. So that's the way I am with Pastor Paula, everybody else. And people looking at me too, saying like, Deitrick, you know Pastor Paula, you were pastor over there. What do you have to say? And I have to tell you, I'm not in agreement with that. You shouldn't be praying that Donald Trump would force him to be the president. You should be praying, God, let your will be done, no matter what, whether he's the president or not. We want your will to be done, and your will be done in this election. And if there is fraud, reveal it. But if it's not, God, we accept your will. That's the correct prayer to pray, because there are people hurting as a result of Donald Trump's leadership. You know what I'm saying? We've been suffering, man. He's been numb to the plight of us. Police brutality. I remember he said something on there. He said, man, they try to say that there's police brutality. There's no police brutality. Yes, it is, brother. It is. Even though it's not happening in your world, your rich world, Caucasian world, it's happening in my black world. Right. Even if I have money, I'm blessed, but that don't mean nothing to these people out here when I'm driving through these streets. It's more dangerous for me out here in this neighborhood than me being in the hood. In the hood, right? Where I come from. Because I'm targeted because look, he's the only black man on the block. And he's young too. Who is he? He's doing drugs. That's what they think. Selling drugs. Driving his car. Who is he? That's what they think. I'm sure my neighbors are saying he into something. Because they don't know who I am. They don't know what I do. Because I don't go off into all that. When you come to me, I'm cordial. You want to talk about something, but I don't go into telling you all my business and all that stuff. Yeah. But I'm sure I see those Trump flags all throughout the neighborhood. I see those American flags, the Confederate flag. I know what's up with you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm minding my own business. You go on by. You don't want no smoke. You don't want this. So just go on by. But it's crazy how you call yourself getting out the hood. You know what I'm saying? I made it. I'll come from the streets of Detroit. You know, I'm not supposed to make it. So, you know, you feel like you made it. You're in California, whatever. Now it's more dangerous to be over here than being back in the hood.
Yeah.
Because when I'm pulled over by the policeman, I'm over here. My wife is panicking. You know what I'm saying? Like my kids like, Daddy, we okay? I said, you good. But, you know, and I'm praying like, okay, I hope I don't have a fool, you know, that's starting some trouble. They want some trouble. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So in my mind, I'm like, yeah, y'all just calm down. I put my hands out like that. Mm-hmm. And when you know you got a good one, when you say, oh, sir, you don't have to put your hands out, you know, go ahead, just get you all right, okay, cool. But I made it in my business. That's crazy, man. Till when I'm pulled over, I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing happening here. Right. You can't lie. You can't say, and I tell my wife, always record this. Always, period. Yeah. Because you don't know how it's going to go down. Yeah. And that's I'm talking away, man. Y'all got to stop me.
Good, bro. And that's a sad thing because, like you said, you more in danger being in the suburbs than you was being in the hood. You know, and you got to go through more explaining. You know what I'm saying? Just driving from the block to the local market. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. G. Yeah. That's real. That's real. That ain't no joke. That's a real thing, man. These are Japanese people over here, all over here. They don't. You know what I'm saying? And they got the nerve to look down on you.
Yeah. It's always interesting.
That's a whole other conversation. Yeah. You got the nerve.
It
you know what I'm saying? We all in this together. We're foreigners, you know what I'm saying? We all, yeah, that's a whole other conversation.
It's just sad when your skin is your sin, bro. It's like, you know what I mean? You don't even get the chance to even prove whether you good or bad. You bad because of the color of your skin.
Man, that's the truth, man. And then here's the crazy thing. None of us had any say-so in what skin we were born in. None of us.
Facts.
That's God.
Facts.
I didn't know. None of us have any say-so on where you're going to be born in, what city, what country, what skin, nothing. This is all God. So you got upset. You're not upset with me. You're upset at God. If you're jealous, don't be jealous of me. Because you can't, I'm stronger or quicker or whatever. That's God.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So let's leave that alone. Don't attack me. For what your beef is with God. So
it's with God.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So you got the new projects that's coming out. You Swirl Films with Blessed and Cursed 2. That's coming this summer.
Yes.
And
summer, early fall.
Early fall, okay. And Love and Faith, that's coming on the OWN network.
Yes, that's coming.
And what's Love and Faith?
Keep your fingers crossed. Keep your fingers crossed.
What's Love and Faith about?
I can't talk too much about it because it's not official. But yeah, that's my partner, Dr. Holly Carter, has a deal with OWN, and we're producing those shows.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, of course, everybody knows where, but we just got to make sure that they know where they can find you on social media and all that good stuff. I mean, I know right now the pandemic has prevented everybody from going out and doing shows and all that. So, but still, for them to come out and support you, Hill City Church, all that good stuff, how can they find Mr. Deitrick Haddon?
D Hattie on IG, Deitrick Haddon on Facebook. It's the blue check. If there's no blue check, it's not me. And everybody's doing Clubhouse now. Y'all on Clubhouse yet?
No, I got invited. I just haven't joined the party yet.
yeah, man. That's a real thing right now, man. You getting everybody that you normally wouldn't be able to hear from or call on the phone.
Yeah.
They're on there, man, kicking a lot of knowledge and wisdom. I've been on there several times. I've been able to connect some artists to some record companies, man. On my panel, I had some major record executives, and we listened to music, and I was able to get somebody right through the door.
Nice.
That's a real thing, man. So
yeah.
Clubhouse, I would tell everybody to get on there and check it out.
That's what's up. Well, Deitrick Haddon, man, D Hattie, I appreciate you taking the time. I know it's early on that side of town, man, on the west, but we appreciate you coming through and kicking it with us, man. It's always a pleasure. Looking forward to when things getting back to whatever normal is, and these new projects that's coming out. And and Time, Truth Is My Energy. Make sure y'all cop that joint. Some bangers on there. That's the latest project, right? Time.
Yeah, that's the record that had to stop promoting, back then. But let me say this: the record, I need everybody to call your local radio stations and tell them to play is Sick World. We can't stand to lose nobody else. That's what I need everybody. Go to iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, Tidal, wherever you get your music. Look up Deitrick Haddon, Sick World, Deitrick Haddon, Zaytoven. The record is crazy. Trust me, you're going to love it. But that's the one we're on right now.
That's what's up. Well, brother, again.
Thanks, G.
The G-Wade Podcast.
The G-Wade Podcast.
Bringing you the cool interviews,
the hot topics, and all that other crap.
The G-Wade Podcast with Deacon Dirty.